Hello and welcome or welcome back. I'm Misty at Skeeter Jones, and this is this week's Things. I'm actually recording this opening the morning after I recorded the items I'll be showing you this week, and that's because it was football weekend. We follow SEC football, and our team actually played Friday night. Our biggest rival played yesterday, and they lost, and we won our game Friday night. Or I say we as if I'm a member of the team. The team we follow won Friday night, and our biggest rival lost their game yesterday. We will have our game against each other. Again, I'm saying we like I'm on the team, but the team we follow will have their game against the big rival actually Thanksgiving weekend. So that's what we look forward to every year. That game is always held on Thanksgiving weekend. So anyway, I'll talk more about that later. You can hear the dogs barking in the background, and maybe you can hear all the cicadas humming and squealing around me. But I'm just going to go ahead and get into this week's things. I just wanted to record a little bit of intro and tell you that I hope you had a great Labor Day weekend, and happy September. So here is most of what came out of that bag. There's a few more pieces down in the bottom. Let me grab those. Some of this came in craft lots from other friends, and some of it you may have seen before. Some is from thrift hauls. Some of it I've just had sitting around a while, and I think there is some of this that is still coming from that huge box of ATS jewelry that I found recently. So if you've been with my channel for the past few weeks, that'll sound familiar. I found a box of ATS jewelry that I had put up more than a year ago, I think, and then forgot all about it. So some of that might be in here also. But I'm planning on giving great prices in this video. So let me move all of this out of the way and then bring it in little by little. Here is the first little bit. If you're interested in anything in this video, just contact me, skeeterjonesthings at Gmail, and we will work it out there. I invoice with PayPal, but you do not have to have a PayPal account in order to shop with me. So this one will be item number 1. It's a Greek key clamper, and this did come in a craft lot from a friend relatively recently. The spring is really good on it. It's unbranded, but it has a nice tight spring, and it has this pretty Greek key design with this black enamel in silver tone. It has some light scratching on it, but I don't see any of the tone worn off of it. It's oval, which I really appreciate oval bracelets because they don't spin around. This is a size about 7 1/4, I think. Yeah, about a 7 1/4. Oh, it was opening up a little bit. So yeah, right at about 7 1/4 on that. And it's really pretty. And we will start that one off. That's going to be item number 1, and we will do that one for $2. I hope everybody had a great Labor Day. We had most of my family here for our Labor Day, and we just grilled out hamburgers and just had fun together. So there's item number 1. Let me give you another good shot for $2, Greek key bracelet. So all you'll need to tell me when you email me is just the item number and the price. And if you just put actually in your email, you don't even have to put a body to your email. You can just send me an email with the item number and the price in the subject line, and that's it. And then I will send you back a heart emoji letting you know that I have seen your email. Okay, this is a belly dancer. Oh, I know what's wrong with this. This is a belly dancer necklace. It's not really something wrong with it. It's in great condition. It's in this silver tone. I don't know what the metal is that these are typically made of. It's not sterling, but I don't think it's silver tone either. I'm not really sure what it is. I've never seen one of these wear where the tone wears off. But this one does have, on these little jingly things, this green right here. It is not verdigris, but I can't tell what it is. I was unable to clean it off. So I can't tell what it is unless it's maybe the solder that was used to close these little chimes up. Because if you look at this one, you can see it's kind of like a little clamshell design. And then they're soldered shut. And it looks like maybe the solder material is discolored on these two. I think these are the only two that I saw it on, just giving it a looking over. But it has this little kind of jingly sound. And the chain on it is really interesting. I really like that chain. So there's a drop on it, but it stays kind of wide. It doesn't, I don't know how to explain it. Like it stays wide like that when you put it on. And then the clasp is the shepherd's hook clasp. And I will show you how far down the drop is as soon as I get this clasp on. There we go. So the drop on it is 8 inches. And this is as close as it's going to go this way. But that's it, and it's really pretty, and it's in great condition with just that exception. The little, whatever that is. I did everything that cleans verdigris. Actually, that's another one. So there's another one over on this side that has it. So I don't know if it's some kind of oxidation maybe. Maybe there's copper in here, and that's because that's about the color that copper will oxidize. That's why the Statue of Liberty is about that color. So because of that discoloration, it's in great condition otherwise, and you could probably cover that up with maybe some, you could find some nail polish about that color and just dab it over and cover that up. But we'll do a really good deal on it because of those little spots. It's otherwise in really, really great condition. So this is going to be item number 2. And we will do that one for, let's just do that one for $3. And then there's another sort of belly dancer style also. Number 2, $3. There you go. And remember, you just put in the subject line of your email just the price and the number of the item just in the subject line, and it's not even necessary to put a message in the body of email. Okay, this is another of that kind of belly dancer style, I guess. That's about as far as that one goes. It goes further in than the other one did. And here's what it looks like up close. It's very pretty, and there's no discoloration on this. And this one has had a bath in the ultrasonic cleaner. It's that same material, I think, as the last one. And here's the construction on the back. It's sort of a chainmail construction. Oh, it's not broken right there. That looked kind of broken at first, but it's not. That's just the way it's designed on the bottom. And these are not the little like ball chimes. These are just like some of these, but just hanging off the bottom. And they might jingle, I guess, when they, well, no, not really, not much. But this one's very interesting and really pretty. And let's see the measurements on it. This sort of collar, bib collar, is about 1.5 inches. And then same shepherd's hook closure. drop is 7 and about 1/4. And we'll do this one. There's nothing at all wrong with this one. We're going to do this one for $4. And this is, oops, number 3 for $4. There. So we have another collab coming up. It's probably the last one of the year that I will organize, and it's Elevate Your Look. I know I've heard Stephanie talking about it on her channel, and a few others have been talking about it too. Can't remember who all I've seen talking about it, but we've all chosen a look, and we're going to put together an entire outfit in that chosen look. And it's proven to be kind of a challenge for all involved, I think. Okay, this bracelet came apart here, but I'm going to see if I can fix it on the fly really quick. It slid right out, and I slid it right back in. So I'm going to close that ring back up so it won't slide out again. There we go. And that looks very similar, not exact, but very similar to that last necklace. It's a bracelet with lobster clasp. It's a little bit shinier, silver tone finish than the last one. That last one had kind of a satin or a matte finish. But there's what it looks like. And let's clasp it. There's not an extender on it, so the size is the size. And the size is about right in the center there. We'll call that about 7.5. It's very lightweight, with these little shields that are linked together, sort of chainmail style. And we'll do that one for, it's very lightweight. That's number 4. And that one will just be $1. So moving right along. The next one will be 5. I'm afraid I'll lose track. Okay, this one actually came in a recent craft lot from a friend, I believe. And I thought it had so much wear on it that all the tone was gone. And there is a very small amount of tone loss, but actually it was mostly dirt, because this was all matte colored and it looked very gray. But this part was no wear at all on this lower part that's graduated gold tone beads. But when you put them next to each other, you can see how these are lighter colored, where they've lost some of their tone, but it's sort of uniform the way it lost tone. And so it has an ombre effect. I don't think it was made that way, but it doesn't look like it doesn't look spotty, like it's lost a bunch of tone. It has the appearance that it could have been intentional, that it's sort of an ombre, more light gold or silvery, and then just gets more and more yellow gold colored as you go down. But it's really pretty, and I thought this one had a maker on it. Oh no, it just says Korea right there. It's not knotted or anything, but it's threaded actually on chain. And it's a very nice, classic, just gold tone graduated beads. And they are metal. And the drop, I can't measure it inside the light box, but the drop is 14 inches. And it turned out beautifully. It just turned out so pretty. I did some polishing on it with my Wright's polish and gave it a bath. Well, I gave it a bath first, and then I gave it a polishing. So I forgot where I was. I had to stop and take care of something in the kitchen, but this is very nice. I know I went over that it's metal and that it shined up beautifully, and it has sort of an ombre look because the wear on the tone is very uniform, so that it looks like it could not even be wear at all. It probably is, but it does have a look like it's intentional to have this ombre effect as you go down to the larger beads at the bottom. And the drop on it is 14.5 inches. It's number 5, and we will do this for $3. I just shipped off the August monthly packages today as I'm starting to record this. And remember that if you want to do monthly shipping, that's just a way to save on your shipping costs. If you think you may be buying more things throughout the month, and now we will be working on the September packages. So if you think you'll be buying more things throughout the month, just tell me you would like monthly shipping, and then that means that I'll hold your things and you'll only pay shipping once with your first order. And then the rest of the month you won't pay any more shipping unless your package goes over 1 pound. If it goes over 1 pound, I'll just add $2 more for shipping. And then I don't think your shipping will increase after that until it goes over like 5 pounds. So the highest it'll be is $8. I charge $6 shipping with the first order. And then if it goes over 1 pound, I'll add 2 more to that. And that will then be $8 total that you would have paid for shipping for the month. And then it won't go any higher than 8 unless your package is more than 5 pounds. So I'll lay all that out in the description if I was just now confusing with that. So this pretty necklace is number 5 for $3, and we will move right along. Next is going to be number 6. And this I remember going over recently, and I don't remember where I got it. I know it was in one of the craft lots that I got from a friend, and I don't really remember. It could have been in the lot that I got from Pat Garza. But I like that. It has sort of a tribal feel to me. Sort of these little concentric half circles. And this is an acrylic stone. Oh, there's a little bit of paint loss on that. There sure is. Ugh. Well, never mind on this one. We'll do number 6 as these earrings that I've had for a while. These are not sterling. They look sterling, but I know I've tested them and they did not test sterling. Although they do have the look. Like you could totally have the look of sterling with onyx, but really this is not sterling and that's enamel. And why did I test those? They're not marked. Are they marked? No, they're not marked. So I tested them just because they look so much like sterling. I had to see if they actually were. But it's these pretty crosses. And they are about 1.5 inches long, just the cross, but from the top of the ear wire, they are about almost 2.5 from the top of the ear wire to the bottom. And they're lightweight, so those you won't feel much weight at all when you wear these. They're thin and lightweight and have these pretty little enamel ovals in the middle that are made to mimic, I think, onyx. So those are really cute, and those are going to be a few dollars. I have to find a good bag for those. I'm trying to recycle bags as much as I can. So there we go, the cross earrings, number 6 for $2. We'll go on to number 7. And I already know it's going to be $1. This came in the craft lot from Pat, I think, and I just think it's funny. The gold tone ring, it says do not disturb. It's sitting right now at about an 8. That line right there that goes all the way across the top above the number 8. That's where you, that's for size 8. And then this next line would be 8 1/4, then 8 1/2. Wait, where is it? No, that's 8, 8 1/4, 8 1/2, 8 3/4, and then 9. That's how you read this. So since it sits right there on that line, this is a size 8 where it sits now, but it's got a little bit of adjustability. That is a little hole. I don't know what that's for, but it was put there intentionally, it looks like, because it's very precise. There's no branding, no kind of marks on it. The gold tone looks nice, and there's your message right there. So, you know, you can just tell somebody, talk to the hand, I guess, or since it says do not disturb, you would be saying don't talk to the hand. But there it is, and that one will just be $1 for whoever would like to have it. I'm going to be recording this video in installments, and then hopefully I'll be able to get it uploaded in time for Tuesday. I've been having, as you probably know by now, if you've seen my last few videos, I've been having some issues with uploading. So hopefully that won't be the case this time. Here's another one. How did this get into my sale? Because it needs repair. So let's put that one aside too. And I'll get out my next, I was going to get my next batch of stuff. Okay, these are those Barse earrings from the from that thrift haul I showed you a few days ago. So these Barse earrings are going to, they'll be listed for much higher, but I will sell them here for $15. This is Barse sterling with onyx. And from the top of the ear wire to the bottom, they're 1 inch. The little onyx hangers are 1/2 inch across. I'm going to list these for $30, but I'm offering them here for $15. But these are onyx, and then there's your Barse branding, if I can get that to focus for you. It says 925 Thailand Barse. I'll just have to put a close-up in there for you to see that. But those are very classic, very timeless, and pretty. If you like a minimalist look, if you just like that quiet look, these will be great for that. So, Barse earrings, a deal. These are one of the higher priced items in this show, but they are going to be a deal at $15. Let's see, our last one was 7. See, I lose track every time if I don't write them down. This is number 8 for $15. Now, that's what I was saying. Even though these are a little higher than a lot of the other items that'll be in this show, it is still a deal for Barse sterling. So these are number 8 for $15. And what I was saying is the uploading issues that I've been having. I'm going to be filming this in installments and hopefully be able to have it up for you in time for Tuesday. Okay, next we've got this little bag full of mostly earrings. I showed some of these the week that I wasn't able to upload anything. I showed some purse charms that I had made and some of these earrings in the second picture of that post. So here we go. These are gold tone and rhinestones, and I have a pair of silver tone just like these. There they are. So if you like the design but you're a silver tone person, then here they are. We have a pair in silver tone and a pair in gold tone. These are new without card. No wear. And they are unbranded, but very just classic and pretty. I was trying to show you how they might look on. There we go. Oh, you know what? I have a silicone ear. I keep forgetting to use that. Oh, and a warning, if anybody's freaked out by the silicone ear, here it comes. So there we go. That's how that would look on. And what this is, if you're new here, I got this actually to display earrings on. It's a silicone ear that people who are learning to pierce buy these to practice on. I guess that's not a skill you want to practice on your friends. So we have the silver tone ones and we have the gold tone ones. All of the stones are there and they are both new without card. I like this detail on it there with the lines, the grooves down in the sort of rope look. And then the same thing is on the silver tone ones. And because they're silver, I guess there's a little bit more sparkle in the silver tone ones than in the gold tone ones. But they're both very pretty. And we're going to do $3 on those. $3 for the gold tone and $3 for the silver tone. I wonder if that bag will fit. Most of these earrings I think I'm going to end up doing for $3. And they're all, I believe that they're all new without card. There we go. I am going to cut this video down so that it's not quite so long because I think that's some of the problem. I think my system just has issues uploading anything that's really much longer than an hour. Okay, these are hoops that are post back, also new without card, and I'll give you some backs with these. But they are unbranded and very, very pretty. I wish somebody could get credit for these. The silicone ear will be coming back throughout this show. So that's how that would look on. Those look really pretty and classic. They're 2 inches. 2 inches long and about 1.5 inches across. And it just looks like 2 loops that are sort of intertwined together and then held together at the top. They're not dangly, they are stationary in there. And there they are. Those are very, very pretty. These are going to be $4. They're new without card and they're a little bit larger. I think most of the rest of these are going to be $3. I'm going to try to make the prices as low as I can. I haven't had a total sellout show yet. That would be awesome. Let's see. Oh, these are cute. Yeah, these will be $3. Where's the match to this one? Yeah, all of these, I've been through all of these already, so I know they all have matches. So here's some more hoops with these little like rhinestone donuts at the top. And they're dangly hoops like that. Here comes the ear. And that's how that looks on. Those are really pretty. unbranded gold tone hoops. They are new without card, and you'll get backs with those. I'll put brand new backs on all of these for anybody that wants them. And those are super, super pretty. And those are 3. I wonder how many pieces I can show. I have a goal of trying to get at least 30 pieces in this show, but I want it to be an hour, or not much more than an hour. There we go. Well, I should turn the number around for that final look, so it's facing the same way as the little rhinestones. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Oh, these are cute. Okay, these are little plastic or acrylic faux pearls. They have backs with them. And these little wire hearts. One's textured and 2 are not. And they're just made together like that with a ring at the top. And they're dangling from these little faux pearl buttons. Not buttons, but like button style earrings. And those are cute. And I'll just be getting the ear out over and over to show you how all of these look when you'll wear them. Look how cute that is. That's so cute. Those will be good for a wedding, or going to a shower or something like that, or a tea. The length on these is about 2 inches from the top of the little button to the bottom of the hearts. Here we go. And those are 3. I'm going through my bags rather quick. I'm going to have to get up and go get some more bags. And I'll be right back. Okay, coming back. Oh, you know what? These, I have 3 of these. Because one of these, I said earlier all of these had mates, but I forgot there was one that didn't. So look at this. It's gold tone with this red enamel in the middle. And these are also new without card. And then this sort of filigree gold tone rose lays right on top of it with a little rhinestone in the middle. So you have a kind of a 3D effect, and then the rhinestone on the post. I just think that's a really pretty look. That's about 1.5 inches maybe. Let's get out the tape measure. That's 1.5 inches, top to bottom. And those are going to be $3. This third one has some of the enamel is not missing, it's just really thin right there. So I'm going to see what I can do to cover that up, and then I'm going to craft with that. I might make it a purse charm. Actually, that's probably exactly what I'll make with that. Maybe a necklace, but probably a purse charm. So I'm going to put that one aside, and these are going to be $3. There are a few different hearts, and I think some of those hearts I also thought about turning into purse charms. Wait, do I have some more of these? Oh, I do. Okay, so I've already talked about these, but here's another pair of silver tone ones. So let's just go ahead and bag those up since you've already heard about them. And those were 3. And it's just these again, another pair of silver tone clips. This entire lot that I picked up was all new without card. So that's how I know. Let's see, some of these aren't. This one's not. Yeah, some of these aren't. But these earrings I know all are. Oh, here's another pair of the hoops with the little donuts. So we've already talked about those, so you know all about them. It's just another pair. And those will also be $3. There we are. I think these are some of the ones that I thought about maybe turning into purse charms. These are amber colored rhinestones, pave set, with this little round sort of golden yellow rhinestone on the top with the rhinestones around it that looks kind of like flowers of some kind. And these hearts are really plushy and pretty. This look right here just reminds me of Juicy Couture. These are not. These are unbranded also, new without card also. But the look of them just really reminds me of Juicy Couture. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Those are going to be 4. Let's see, and what number are we on? Okay. Oh, I didn't give you the measurements on those. They are 2 inches from the top to the bottom of the heart, top of the flower to the bottom of the heart, and they are right at maybe just a touch over 1 inch across the widest part here. And then here's what they look like on the back, and they have backs with them. Gold tone and brand new. If these don't sell, I will probably turn them into purse charms. Or if you like them, actually, and you would like them on a purse charm, just let me know that, and then purse charms are $12, so it would be $12 for these to be purse charms. So if you're interested in that, just let me know. But here we are with these. I think these are really lushy and plushy and pretty. Okay, these remind me of Chanel. These are by far not Chanel. And these are actually branded. Where's the other one? I know it had a match. There it is. These are branded, and they're Sugar Fix, I think. Yeah. These are Sugar Fix. Right there. And any of these that don't have backs, they will get brand new backs for whoever buys them. So these are Sugar Fix. They remind me of Chanel with that quilted pattern. They are stationary at the top where the post comes out of the bigger heart, and then the bottom heart is dangly. They are 2 inches from here to here and 1 inch across. They have a textured edge all the way around with some rhinestones around the edges as well. Very pretty, very, very pretty. Also new without card. And these are going to be, since these are branded Sugar Fix, these are going to be $6. And hang on just a minute, I forgot what number we're on. Okay. There we are. going to have another craft with me video hopefully this week. You'll be seeing this the day after Labor Day, but hopefully I'll be able to do a craft with me this week. With it being kind of a short week, I'm not sure I'll be able to get that done. These also I thought about turning into purse charms. These also have that sort of plushy look that sort of reminds me of Juicy Couture. These are the unbranded ones. They are new without card. They're lightweight. They look heavier from the front, but they're lightweight. See how thin that is. They're gold tone with pave set rhinestones and these hearts, little faux blue sapphires. From the top of the ear wire to the bottom of the heart, that's about 2 inches. And then across the widest part is about 1 inch. Very sparkly, very pretty. They have that lushy, plushy look to them also. And those are $3. Okay, now what have we? Oh, these are pretty. These are just little waterfall cascade rhinestones. The 2 strands of rhinestones set in gold tone. Also, like all the others you're seeing here in this section of the show, these are also new without card. These have backs on them already. They're kind of long. Let's see, the longer of the 2 strands is 3 1/4. The shorter one is 2 3/4. And it's white rhinestones set in gold tone. And those are understated and beautiful and very sparkly. And those will be $2. I think I am getting through this show a little faster than I typically do. To already be this far, and according to the timer on my camera, I'm only about 40 minutes in. So there we go. Okay, that's a bracelet. Let's do all the earrings first. These are really pretty. Okay, these are hammered gold tone, also new without card. There's this looped, intertwined little circle at the top, and that's where the post is. These have backs. And then this sort of door knocker piece hangs off of that. These are not heavy. Let's see, about 2 inches long and about 1.5 inches across. These have a very boho chic kind of vibe. I've been forgetting to put those on the ear. I'm not going to get all of them out, but I'm about to put these on the ear. I should have put those little golden amber rhinestone colored ones on the ear. But that's how these look. Very pretty. Very boho chic on those. And again, those will just be $3. $3 is the name of the game for this part of the show. I want everybody to get lots of pretty things for a good price. So there those are. Next, more heart earrings. These remind me sort of the ones that had the red behind them. There's the match to that. So you have these pave set rhinestones around this little heart with this filigree sort of flower cut out in the middle. And then it's repeated on the bottom, but just bigger. And the post comes out of the top part. They have backs. And then the bottom part dangles like that. Here's how they look on the back. They're lightweight. Nice little understated, a little bit of understated lushy plushy. Maybe just lushy, but not plushy. And here comes the ear. And that's how those would look on. So pretty. I love this lot. And I'm glad that it was all a new without card lot. These are $3 also. These can go in a smaller bag. Well, having trouble getting the bag to allow me to put the paper in there. There we go. It wasn't cooperating, but I made it submit. Okay, now here's another pair of these, and we won't talk all about those because we did already, but it's the same ones, same kind. They have backs on them. They are also new without card, just like the others, and they are also $3. And there we are. Okay. I am going really fast. You might be able to hear a football game in the background. We are in the middle of SEC country, Southeastern Conference football. So on Saturdays, you'll hear football playing on our TV. I'm trying to put this on one-handed inside this tiny light box so you can see how it looks on, but I'm having trouble. I'll just do this and show you that's how it looks on. I think that's all of the $3 earrings. This is a gold tone bracelet, unbranded. It came in the same lot with the earrings. So it is new without tags. It has a fold-over clasp. Well, this is how it looks. And it has a fold-over clasp. It's nice and tight and secure. And it's a size about 7 1/4. Yeah, about 7 1/4. Between 7 and 7 1/4. It's very pretty. I think maybe it's trying to mimic, maybe trying to give Cartier or Chanel vibes. It's up to you whether it's succeeding in that or not, but it is a very pretty bracelet. And there it is. And we'll do this one for $4. Okay, and now these are going to be a little higher, I think. This is, wait, that one's branded. What does that say? Okay, it is not gold-filled. That was a patent number, and probably a patent on that closure. They're not hand knotted. They're champagne colored and they are graduated. And here's the closure. It's kind of a carabiner type closure. You can see that. There we go. That's just beautiful. Okay, I was looking at that and it's a patent number, and then I was getting the measurement on it, and I looked closer and there are some genuine pearls on here, but there's also some faux pearls that are actually peeling. So I don't really know how this came about, unless someone did a repair job on it and used faux pearls in the repair, maybe. I don't really know how that would happen. So that one's not going to be in the sale. And then this one won't either because it has some verdigris. And it is also faux pearls. So I don't want to sell verdigris. I'll see if I can clean that and offer it up again in a later show. But yeah, I don't want to sell verdigris. So this one's going to wait for maybe another show. So here we have a charm holder. It is stamped 925, so we'll test that in just a minute. It has hearts and flowers across the top with a little bell. And this is how you put your charms on there. And this is just for the charm holder only, not for, it won't have a necklace with it. And there's some more sterling in this little bag, so we're going to test all those at the same time. I'm not sure if this is sterling. Let's double check this. No, this is not sterling. This is Avon. A little tricolor, or excuse me, two-tone. It's a two-tone. Silver tone and gold tone with a fold-over clasp. Let's see, that needs to be pushed back down. I'll take care of that right now. There we go. Okay, and then it has a fold-over clasp. Right there. And it's very bright and shiny. There's no tone loss on it at all. It could be new, but I can't guarantee that. No, there's a little bit of dirt on it right there, so it's not new, but it looks new. It's sort of intertwined a little bit like that. Very simple and classic. And that is 6 1/4, so about choker length, really. And that's a nice, pretty one. And we're gonna do $3 on the Avon right here. Oop. And then I think all the rest of these pieces are, actually I have earrings that go with this. I'm gonna wait until I have the earrings available for that one. But these other two earrings, well, these have gems in them. So we're not only going to test for sterling, but we're also going to test for gems. We get to get out the Smart Pro Gem Eye. There we are, the two-tone Avon choker length for $3. So let's get the Gem Eye turned on and ready. And then we'll talk about these. So there's the little charm holder. And then here's this pendant right here. I guess we need to go this way with them. And then these little earrings. These are going to be a little more expensive because we've got some precious metal and maybe some semi-precious stones. Okay, so we'll test for sterling first. And that's the wire, and then this is the top part with the bail. We'll do it in that order. Let's see, 26. Then 27, it's stamped. I've already seen it before. It's stamped 925, so that's why I'm going to test it. And then I'll show you the details on it after we test. And then 28 will be right here at the bottom. And these actually are not sterling, but these are gold that we're testing for. Okay. So 26 and 27. So everything on the charm holder is sterling. 27 is stamped 925, but it is a faker, so it is not 925, but it is pretty. And then let's see if I can see the carat on here. I don't. I've got 18 right here with me that I was testing the sterling with. So I'll just go ahead, since I have this one handy, and see what happens. Okay, so I know it's not 18. And I need to go get my other acids, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we need multiple scratches when you're testing for gold. And that's because you start low. The only reason I started with 18 is because I had that acid right next to me. I had to get up and get these others. So we're going to start with the 10. And if that scratch holds with the 10K, which I expect that it would, and you're supposed to wait longer than this, but it really does look like it's going to hold. So I'll go ahead and put some 14 down and see what happens. With the 14. So the highest acid that the line holds for is the carat that the metal is. And these are at least 14, but less than 18. So I think they would just be called 14. I don't think there is a carat between. So still holding. So 28 is 14 karat gold. And so let's get the Gem Eye right here ready for you. And first thing I have to do is get it calibrated. That's one thing with the Gemi that is not the case with the Presidium. It does have to be calibrated every time, which I actually like that, because calibrating it every single time, I guess, just helps ensure I get a good reading. And these lights up here also confirm your readings, which is very helpful when you're trying to identify diamond, and it's really tiny. It's hard to know when you've got your probe in just the right spot. Okay, so it's calibrated. Remove the oxidation from the probe. And then let's see what's on these earrings. Or no, this is a pendant. Let's see what's on this pendant. Okay, it goes up to jadeite spinel. It touches topaz. So let's do the other stone. And it's just touching jadeite spinel on that stone. So it looks like it looks like the color of blue topaz. Let's look at the first stone again. Oh. Let's give that a try again. Okay, yeah, it's given a reading in the jadeite spinel area. So I don't know if the spinels are typically this color of blue. But there it is, and it is marked 925 somewhere on here, but it did not, there it is, right there's the mark. But it did not test 925. But you have a semi-precious stone there, so you'll get a nice deal on that one. These are 14 karat gold, so let's see what these little stones are on these sweet little hearts. Look at that. So pretty. So there are, looks like 4 stones. Little red ones could be spinels. Oops. The probe popped off, which happens when you're dealing with tiny, tiny stones like this. Okay, that goes fully into topaz. Let's check the other stone and see what it says. I expected it to go over to spinel or ruby, which I suppose if it goes to topaz line, it is also in the spinel range. I'm thinking these are red spinels because I had another ring with some stones about this color and it was spinel on that ring. So those are red spinels, it looks like. One more quick check. Yeah, I'm going to call that red spinel. And then let's see if these are CZs. Maybe they're diamonds. Let's see. And they are tiny, tiny. So the Gemi is going to complain a bit. Okay, so the results are in, and it looks like it is a white sapphire. There's 2 of those, and then the 2 little red spinels. I don't have any 14 karat backs, but I will give some backs for these. These are about a ½ inch, just under a ½ inch. They're very delicate and dainty and sweet. 14 karat gold with white sapphires and red spinels. See, that one's cooperating better. There we go. That's what they look like. So pretty. Here's the back of these. And we are going to do, oh goodness, we're going to do $25 for these. That's sort of out of order. So right here, 27, this is not sterling, but these are, I'm supposing Spinels. I've never seen Spinels that color, but it didn't really go up into the topaz line. So we'll do this one for, just for those pretty stones, and that's not precious metal. We're just going to say $8 on those. And it's a pretty little pendant. It's about just over a ½ inch long, maybe 3/4 of an inch long. And 26, this sterling charm holder with the hearts and flowers at the top. I don't think I ever gave you measurements on that. It's 2 inches long and about an inch across. And we're going to do that one for $8. So here we go for these three. And you can look at those while I get them bagged up. That was kind of long with all that gem testing, so I hope that didn't get monotonous and boring for you. There we go, number 26, $8. Here is the, I suppose, blue Spinel in silver tone that is stamped 925, but it is not 925. And then the 14 karat gold with white sapphires and red Spinels. Those are 25. I don't have any more tiny bags. So these tiny earrings are going to go into this large bag. And there we go on those. I'll show two more tonight. Let's see, we'll do this. And then this. There we go. And that will round us out. So this is a Premier, I believe, and I've had this for a while. I think this is from that ATS box. Yes, this is a Premier, and it's a short one, but it does have a pretty generous extender. It looks like about a 4-inch extender. I'll go ahead and give you the measurement since I have it stretched out here. The measurement is 6 inches, so it would be right at choker length. And then all the way extended, there we go, all the way extended. It gives you a little bit more room. It has an 8-inch drop. These are all acrylic or plastic beads. You have bicones that are like silver tone plastic, and then you have these bronze colored ones and these rondelles. That's pretty. These have beautiful detail on them. These are identical, except some are bronze toned and some are silver toned, but these are all plastic. The chain is silver tone and metal. I think this is vintage Premier Designs too. Not positive on that, but I believe it is. But that's what it looks like, sort of. You have 3 strands of chain. And there it is. That's very classic and pretty. Premier Designs. And we're going to do that one for $4. And then the last one in this show is this. I remember it because it came in the craft lot from Pat Garza when she gave me the special assignment. This is from the end of the lobster clasp all the way to the end of the extender is about 8.5 inches. I will put it on the mandrel. It's gold tone with a sort of J. Crew style. This is not J. Crew, but it's J. Crew style settings here. The little faux prong settings. This is a sage green, very muted green tone, very nice for fall. And a matte gold tone on all of the metal work. Let's clasp that so I can give you some size information. I don't think, yeah, it is sizable because you can clip it here. The lobster clasp won't fit in those links, so you can only clip it here or at the end. So the smallest it will go is about 7. And then we'll pull it all the way out and tell you the largest it will go. The largest it will go is about an 8. So you can wear it as a 7 or an 8. And I'll give you an idea of what it looks like on. Here we go. This nice sage green with beautiful gold tone. No wear to speak of on the gold tone. And that's very pretty. And we will do that one for, let's do that one for $2. And then I haven't talked about what I'm wearing. Some of it's for sale and some of it isn't. So here's the bracelet. So what I'm wearing, this is a little mother of pearl ring set in, I think, just silver tone or stainless. I think it's set in stainless. This is stormy blue mother of pearl ring. It's a size 7 3/4. And this, actually I meant to check the stone on that. This is a sterling ring. I think the stone's glass, but let's confirm that. Yes, the stone is glass on that. That's a pretty little ring. And it is sterling. I have tested it before. And it's marked too. And this is a 5 3/4, almost 5 3/4. And then here's channel set CZs in, let's see, I believe, oh wait, it's got a marking in there. Let me take a look at that. Well, the marking says 925, so let's give it a check and see. And then while we're at it, I'll just go ahead and show you this little ring. So that's this ring and then this ring. And there they are. So yeah, I thought this was just silver tone, but it's actually sterling. You can tell right there. And as you can see in the picture that I'll be dropping in, it says 925 CZ. The size on that is about 5 1/4. And if you're interested in any of these, just in your email mention that you're interested in the rings that I was wearing. So here are the pieces that I showed you tonight. Well, it's not going to be nighttime when you're looking at them. It's nighttime as I'm filming this. But here is everything, and hopefully you saw something that you love and would like to buy. And if so, just remember to email me, skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com. And you really only need to put in the subject line the number of the piece and the price. And that should take care of it. And then I'll contact you back to let you know if the piece you're interested in was available. Thank you for spending some of your time with me today. I appreciate my viewers and subscribers. And if you enjoyed the content, please give me a thumbs up, a subscribe, a share, and a comment. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.